Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are having a good day. It's beginning to the weekend. We're going to hang out together on a Friday night and listen to. Actually, we have the same amount of minutes as we listened to last night on both channels, and then it will be the same thing tomorrow night on Jen's channel. But yeah, I'm excited to be here with you guys. I'm going to say hello to you, and then I'll bring Jen up. Also, if you missed it, Jen just did a live right before we came here. I didn't see it until just a few minutes before this started, but I still went ahead and shared it on the community tab. Please go check that out when we get finished if you need something to listen to or to fall asleep to. So let me say hello to you guys. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Chicken Shite. Hey, Kathy. Hey, KK. Hey, Kimberly. Punksy. Forgets and Shiggles. Megan. Oh, happy anniversary, Crime Crochet and Coffee. Hey, Lori. Hazel Eyes. Hey, Tess. Mayla's mom. Michelle, Teacup, Boho Hobo, hey Satanic Nurse Kristen, Dog Mom, Natasha, Andrea. Thank you guys for being here. Hey Victoria, I love it too because of you guys. Hey Trulia, hey Sarah, Amaya, Blue, Alaskan Amber, Nana. I think I said hello to you, Kimberly, but I definitely don't want to miss you. So hello. And speaking of the pickles, I have some incident reports. I'm going to go ahead and bring Jen up, but I want to keep saying hello to you guys just really quickly. Hey, Fancy. Hey, Debbie. Good to see you guys. Hey, Darlene. Hey, Kim. Hey, Amberlou. Hey, Bendy.
Hey!
How are you?
I am good. And I have to say this because if I don't, I'll forget. Allie is the one that texted me. And she said, is Boone going pro se? So I was like, let me go look. So it was really Allie that gave me the heads up.
What?
Yeah.
Dang. I saw actually B Crumbs text me. And as soon as she did, I messaged you. And then I was like, got the kids fed and all of us, all the things ready. And I was getting the computer and I was like, I need something to listen to it until we go live. And then I was clicked on YouTube and I saw that you were live. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I went over to the website, to the clerk's website, and I was like 16 pages and it was like 7 at that point. And I was like, okay, I'll give a 15-minute notice. I can read 16 pages in 45 minutes. And I did.
You did. That was freaking awesome. Yeah, I wasn't in chat, but I was still listening as I was like grabbing all my drinks and stuff. And I heard you like, it's 7:59. I was like, dang, that was perfect timing.
time to go over and let's talk about Tisha. I also want to say one thing really quick because I'm getting a little bit frustrated.
Okay.
Last night, when Allie and I were live on my channel, Letecia went on 2 calls, one for 8 minutes, one for a little right at under 15 minutes. The majority of those 2 calls, were spent belly aching about a dadgum pickle. Okay. The ridiculousness of her having that conversation is what we were making fun of, is what we were laughing at. We were at no time laughing, making light of, making fun of, or diminishing the crime, period. And I'm not going to address this ever again. I'm done. But it infuriates me when I get a comment like that because couldn't be farther from the truth.
I know what you mean. And no, these are not even about the crime. It's more about her. Sure, some of it's in her, journey through the court system. And she's so ridiculous. I know what you mean. And I'm up here laughing with you, and it's never about that. It's always, you have to, in my opinion, but we're trying to get through all this ridiculous stuff. It's kind of hard not to be like, what the hell? But yeah, so I wouldn't let it get to you. Whoever commented that needs to get over it. The other thing people need to get over is the commentary. Okay. We're going to talk about the calls. That's the whole reason that we got them, because we're interested and we want to talk about it with each other and with you guys. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And when you have somebody who committed the crime that she did and has at that point changed her plea, which is to not guilty by reason of insanity, which is an affirmative defense, which means she acknowledges she committed the crime. And she then spends 45 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever the hell it was, whatever 15 plus 8 is, 27, right?
Yeah.
Bitching about a damn pickle. Yeah, I'm going to make fun of her. No F's given. The end.
And also, yeah, Grandma Cece says, can we hear a shut up, trolls?
Shut up, trolls.
There we go. And then I just want to take a second and say thank you to Melanie for joining. By the way, I love that picture. That's a beautiful picture. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Lydia Jade, for gifting a membership. That's super sweet. And thank you, Nene T, for the super sticker. And then Science Sense, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Thank you, guys. Okay, well, I do have some, speaking of this pickle incident and all that, there are some kites I found that correlate with this time period. And I think we should jump right into the calls. But right after that, I want to show you some of the kites. Oh, look. Hey, Lynn. Been a member for 25 months.
Wow.
Holy wow. That's so awesome. Then we have Wolfie. Been a member for 36 months. Holy
dang, Wolfie.
Damn, girl.
Ooh.
I love Wolfie. That's freaking crazy. And then Mayla's mom, thank you for being a member for 6 months. She said, woohoo, my second milestone today. Thanks for the great content, laughs, and the ability to have convos even when people don't always agree with each other. And thank you for that, Mayla's mom, and all you guys. And thank you for your help, you guys. I appreciate you so much. I really do.
Yes. Okay, so the kites that we're reading are just pertaining to the calls from tonight, or also?
No. Well, the first one starts from a couple of days ago, like the pickle incident. It's the 12th.
Okay.
And then I only read 2 of them and didn't read ahead. So let me see here. We have one on the 12th, one on the 14th, one on, that's it. Yeah, the 12th and the 14th. And then we have one in March. So,
wow. So she was well behaved for the second half of February.
Maybe.
Or, I'm sorry, had no complaints, because that's what a kite is. That doesn't mean she's not been behaved. That just, it's her complaining. Okay. All right. Well.
And the other thing is they sent that file so jacked up that sometimes there are.
That's true.
Out of place kites. So
that's true.
I think so, but okay. So, I'll show you guys. We'll read that like halfway through or something. Those 2, maybe to give us a little break. And then, like I said, you see up here, you see Jen, that video after we're done. And then the reason I have this guy waving himself and like sweating to death, you will hear all about it. So we're going to hear the first call with Aunt Brenda. That's the only one I really listened to. Well, I listened to parts of the other ones, but it's the only one I listened to closely. And she's going to tell us all about her dating life and stuff. And yeah, it's pretty interesting, or at least entertaining. So, all right. Are you ready, Bendy?
I love that you have that up there. That's so sweet that you're so supportive that way.
Oh, well, look, this was the next one that was playing. And so I just thought I would mention it since it was here. I was there, but I guess it recommended it to me when I opened the video. See what I mean?
I love that. Yay. It means it recommended it because you watch.
It's so cool. I love it.
I love it. Thank you so much. Hey, guess what else happened? So just really quick, I had to tell you guys this because I thought this was pretty badass. A couple of times I've gone to Google Letecia and clicked images. And your girl's thumbnails have made it to the Googles.
That is awesome. My friend Melissa's over there too all the time. And I will drop all the links to all the channels we've mentioned, Bendy's, Melissa's, and all kinds of other ones in a moment. And the mods drop them too. So please check those channels out. And then Science Sense, thank you. I appreciate that so much. And then I don't know if there's a sticker that comes along with some of these. I can't see it on my end. But thank you so much. I wish I could. And then Andrea says, member for 16 months. Thank you. Wow, time went by fast. Yes, it does. Thank you, guys.
Hold on. I think I can see if there's a little. No, it's just a little. No, just it gives your emoji.
Okay.
From being a member.
Okay. Hmm. Well, thank you for looking. And then thank you again, you guys. And then Nurse Kristen, we do need a pickle emoji. I'll
Oh
find a,
yeah, let's have a pick. And it needs to be on both channels for real, for real.
Okay.
yes, it does. All right. Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Global Tel Link. Hello?
Hello, is this, who am I speaking with? Letecia?
Hey, I had to get your number reset because it wouldn't let me call you.
Oh, that the other day. We were talking about that the other day.
Yeah, I got it done now, so hopefully it'll be good. What are you doing?
I'm at the beach. I come down here to bring my friend home.
Oh, Lord.
And I met this guy, used to work with President Bush, and he worked with the Department of Defense.
Right.
And he's 73 years old. He stays right here at the Plantation Seaway. Gorgeous subdivision. I mean, right here at the beach. Gorgeous house.
In Little River?
Kind of close to Little River and Tree Grove, yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Off of 8th Avenue and 11th Avenue in between. It's right off of 8th Avenue, right there.
Yeah, so that's it. That's North Myrtle Beach. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, North Myrtle Beach. He's got a gorgeous, gorgeous house. I mean, gorgeous house. So, we spent the weekend together. We spent last weekend together.
Right. Did y'all go any fun or anything?
No, we're getting to know each other, actually. We're just communicating with each other. Harley met him.
Oh, that's good.
We took Harley out to dinner one night, and she met him, and he took us to some Italian restaurant. It was really nice. I mean, he takes me out to nice places to eat. And he asked me, well, a good, I think Harley wanted to come and eat dinner with us Sunday afternoon. He wants me to come back down Sunday and stay for a week because he's getting ready to go on a cruise for 7 days.
Yeah.
And I said, you want me to stay with you for a week? I don't know if I can stay with you a week or not.
So why, Brenda? That'd be fun.
Well, he is, and he's a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. You know, I'm going to tell you something. I'm Southern. I have Southern slang words. And, you know, I don't speak correct English. And he is very thicker on my English. He's always trying to correct my English.
You don't say. Jen, this is what I was telling you about earlier. So apparently, I don't mean to pause. I'm going to play it, but I just have to say, apparently Brenda's boyfriend is really annoyed with her English, and she's Southern, so she doesn't say words the right way. I'm Southern too, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know about that excuse, but anyways, yes, I need y'all to hear that, and I had to comment on it. Okay, Bendy's probably getting a cigarette, but yeah, it doesn't stop there though.
Yeah.
And it scares the crap out of me about that. I don't like that.
Well, some people only do that because they just want you to know, like, the right way. But he wouldn't be talking to you.
I'm 70 years old. You can't change me now, and he's 73.
I know, and you don't. And there's no reason to change you now. Like you said, you're 70. Well, just mention that. Just like, look, I'm not going to change the way I talk, but I appreciate you trying to get the effort.
Yeah, that's kind of what I keep telling him. And he said, baby, I love your Southern words. He said, but, he said, you use this word and you should be using that word. And I'm thinking to myself, please don't do this to me. If you like me, you like me. You got to take me like I am. Sorry. Yeah. You know, you got to take me like I am for right now. I mean, you know.
He probably does. I know how he's trying to they like the southern things, but then they be trying to, they don't know what else to do. It's so different to them.
You know what I told my sister? White man's the one that taught us how to speak English to start with. So y'all the one that taught us wrong. I said, white people's the one that taught us wrong English. Yeah. And he'll look at me and just like,
yeah.
He's not money. He don't ask me for nothing, and he's always asking me, do you need anything? He said if Harley needed anything, if I weren't down here, she can pick the phone up and call him. He has 2 grown kids and 4 grandkids, and like I said, he's just somebody for me to hang out with.
What happened to the other guy?
I drop him like hotcakes, girl. I'm going to be honest with you, Tisha. I'm not interested in none of them, to be honest with you. I'm not interested in those guys. I'm not really interested in him. He's just somebody to hang out with once in a while, and that's it.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
About moving to Texas and everything, and now you're like, oh, I got him.
I dropped him like a hot cake, moved on to the next one. I got 2 or 3 that's wanting to go out with me on dates, and I'm thinking about it. So I just started getting out. I mean, I just started dating. I mean, I decided, I need to get out and start dating and seeing people and doing things. Yeah. Instead of staying at home all the time. So that's all I'm doing. I don't date nobody around home. Around Robertson County, I don't date them.
Well, of course not. That would be ludicrous.
If they live in Robertson County, I don't date them. I don't go out with them. I don't do nothing with them.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. How are you doing, baby?
Okay, just watching TV and just hanging out.
Are you getting any books? Because you hadn't told me on Harley to get you no books.
I'm okay right now. I'll let you know when. I just got a lot going on because these people are trying to screw me off, on my meals, and they took all my meals from me. And so they're just screwing with me on that. So, I just be too busy trying to, stay afloat. You know what I mean?
Well, I sent you some money. I don't know if you know it or not. I sent you $200. I'm trying to send you $200 a month. It might not be on the same date, but I'm trying to.
You know what I mean? So because of that, I am putting I'm sending, I have to take, they came up and was like, well, you're just going to have to eat all your commissary then because we're not fixing your meals. And I'm like, that's fine. It's okay. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm just going to pray for you, what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because they're just trying to mess with me because they know I follow all the rules. I don't do things wrong. So they just be doing that to try to see if they can trigger me or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So they're not feeding you now?
Yeah, so the one deputy, so a bunch of deputies were being like whatever, and the one deputy, she took away my kosher, which is my, it's a religious right, you have her kosher. So
right.
I didn't get meals for 3 days, and then the deputies come up there and was like, we're just verifying that you're still going to eat your commissary instead. And I said, yep, I'll just eat my commissary, So,
well, you know what? You need to make sure your attorney knows all this too.
Yeah, no, I will. I'll let him know because I filled out the paperwork for.
Because that's your rights. Your rights. They could be wrote up for that. That prison, that for jail. That's your rights. They gotta feed you.
No, I know it, Brenda. I already let my social worker person know. And they're not civil attorneys, so you have to have civil attorneys for that. So what I did was I got the paperwork to file. It's a 1983 form to file against them to sue them for First Amendment rights. And so I already filled the paperwork out.
Yeah.
I made copies. I sent off to the jail. You have to get the jail to make copies, and then you have to serve the actual deputy, and then serve the jail, and then serve medical and all that. So I did all that. I'm just waiting on them to bring me the copies back, and then when they bring me the copies back, I'll get it mailed off to this place in Denver. Because you can do it yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But if you need a lawyer, baby, I'll try to get you a civil lawyer if you need a civil lawyer.
No, it'll be fun because you can do it yourself. I got the whole packet on how to do it. I got the packet printed out that tells you word for word what to do. And then I got the on the tablet, we got the law library where we can look up information and stuff. So I looked it all up and figured out how to fill it out. And then I just waiting on the copies back. And, you know, that's just that. And then they wouldn't give me my stomach meds. So I had to put medical on there because I went because, you know, I got chronic constipation and I take meds for it. Right. So I went it was 16 days that had been, and I had not made a bowel movement. I told them I was worried about bowel obstruction and they won't do anything about it. They won't give me meds, you know. So I put them on there.
If you need me to do anything as far as anything, you let me know though. Anyway, I you're okay and make sure you got your money. And the reason I try to check to make sure you get your money, just so they don't tell you that you ain't got no money. And like I told Harley, if I send her money, either me, you, or Amy tell her she's got money sent to her. If one of us can't get up with her, and when she calls one of us, we're gonna let you know there's money on your account.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
You know. Because we don't want to do that money. Huh?
Yeah, I just went ahead and bought some chicken and some chips. Because pretty much I have to eat off my commissary, you know. So I did that, and that's what I got going on now until I get this paperwork done. You know what I mean? So I'll be fine with that, and you know everything's going to be okay. So that's that.
Okay. I mean, like I said, and my guy got me some pretty roses for Valentine's Day. He got me a dozen red roses, and he got me a pretty card, and he bought me a bag of candy.
Nice. What kind of candy?
I was really, huh?
What kind of candy?
He got me some, I don't know, some of that expensive candy. Dove, D-O-V-E.
Yeah, Dove, yeah.
Dove. Yeah, he got me some of that. He got me my milk chocolate.
Yeah, Harley used to get them all the time.
He is. Well, her boyfriend bought her some stuff.
Yeah, I know.
But this guy is, like I said, he's really nice, and so we'll just see where it goes. I mean, we'll just see where it goes. I like this guy, but we'll see where it goes. Huh?
You'll have a new one by next week.
Probably. Like I said, I don't know. I mean, this guy, if I would tell this guy I would move in with him, he would say, come on. Because he's already said, hey, you and Trader move in with me and close your house in Lumberton and just move down here with me. And I'm thinking to myself, there ain't no way.
Well, no way. Regardless, you need to leave Lumberton regardless. You know what I mean?
Well, I would, and I'm just waiting.
Yeah, I know. It's going to work out, Brenda. You're going to get out of Lumberton. You don't have to have no man. You know that. You've never been like that. You had Uncle Tommy long enough, and you know good and well that ain't everybody going to live up to that same thing. You know what I mean?
Right. But I'm kind of waiting on Harley. I want Harley. Harley wants to leave the beach. She wants to move away from here when she gets out of school. And I told her, I said, well, I can hang out until you get out of school. And once you get out of school, wherever you want to move, we're going to move. But wherever we move, we're going to have to stay there for a while.
Yeah.
And so that's what she said. She wants to move from around here, too.
Yeah.
She wants to go someplace else. And I told her, I said, well, we'll just do what we got to do. And when you finish school and you get ready to go, we're leaving. We're going to pack up and we're going to move.
Yeah. So what else have you been going on? Nothing much?
No. Just the weather's nice. Your mom had her birthday. Don't forget your mom had a birthday. I don't know if you called her or whatever, but she had a birthday. I think the ladies from the church took her out, but they don't never call me or nothing. So I was going to take her out to dinner, and I texted her and told her, messaged her and told her I was going to take her out for her birthday. Whenever she got ready to go for me to take her out, to let me know, because,
You have 1 minute remaining.
but she's never called to let me know she wanted me to take her out to dinner, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
I can't worry about your mom no more. I just can't do it.
No, you can't do it, Brenda.
I can't do it. But I know we only have a minute. I want to tell you this. I love you. I wish I was there to hug your neck. But if you need anything, you let me, Amy, or Tish, or Harley know. Okay?
I will.
If you can't get up with me, you let one of them know.
Okay, love you guys too,
Okay.
and I'll talk to you soon.
I miss you.
Brenda, it's going to work out. It's fine. Todo está bien. You know? Okay?
I know.
Thank you for using Global
Okay, there's so many things I want to address, but the ending there, it still hurts my feelings. I can't help it. I know that Aunt Brenda, has her things she said that have been so rude, but I don't know. It's sad for her, not for Tisha. It's just because she cares so much, obviously, and she gets lied to and used on a daily basis.
Correct.
What'd you think about Aunt B and all her men?
I got hoes. I got hoes. In different area codes. That's Ain't B booed up this week, huh?
Yeah.
All Twitter painted and excited over some damn Dove chocolates. Okay, Brenda. You like it? I love it.
Yep, that's funny. And then, okay, I got to ask you, what kind of lunatic is in jail, gets kosher? You have to sign the agreement that you're not going to eat anything that's not kosher. You're not going to purchase anything that's not kosher, blah, blah, blah. She signs the agreement. They catch her. She basically brags to one of the guards how they're making this dessert, and she eats it, the food, right, the snacks right in front of him. And then she seriously files this lawsuit. I mean, listen to her talking to everybody about it. What does she think is going to happen? Truly, what is she after, Jen? I can't make sense of it.
Well, I don't know what think we have to, unfortunately, try to think like Letecia. And to be fair, in a lot of regards, human beings, just generally speaking, do what works. So let's think about what has worked for Letecia in the past. She has filed lawsuits before. She has successful filing those lawsuits.
That's true.
And that is what she knows to do. And it's worked for her. And her other tactic that has worked for her is basically, Letecia seems to be like one of those people that will make it so miserable for the other person that there's no confrontation would be in any way, shape, or form productive. All of them would result in it just absolutely not being worth it. I mean, let's think about the pretext calls, right? We heard Al, and no matter what she said, he acquiesced quite a few times. And yes, to be fair, he was desperate to find Gannon. But I do believe that pattern between them where Letecia would just wear him down, I do believe that existed for a long time. And I believe that's why those pretext calls sound the way they do, because that is how Letecia is. And she does not care. In her mind, she is never the person who does the wrong. Nothing is ever done by Letecia. It's all done to Letecia. That's her problem. She's very immature, very, very self-centered.
Yeah, and I could see how that would wear you down, and she probably gets her way just because people don't want to deal with her. We've talked about that before, but okay, so I have to show you the jail files now, these two kites after this conversation, because look, first we have medical this is on the 12th. Medical is refusing to treat my IBS after kiting them several times and denying basic medical needs. I had meds for 18 months here. Then they started taking them all away. They are contracted by the jail. I called the 1-800 number and left messages.
Oh,
Look, they write back, you have not had any medications discontinued this year for IBS. You have been put in for a provider review. Like, they have records of what you take, Tisha. You can't just lie. She just lies and lies and lies.
here's the thing. If you are somebody who truly does suffer from IBS, okay, again, this is similar to her mental health situations, right? When you are not, it's not something that comes and goes. You either have IBS or you don't. So if you've been diagnosed with IBS and you require medication, it's not one of those situations where you can just be off your meds just cause. Okay.
Yeah.
And Letecia just makes shit up. She sees a commercial for IBS. Now, if we watch those commercials for those medications, I guarantee you that at least once in a while, some of us suffer from those symptoms. Do we automatically think we have IBS? No. Does Letecia? Yes.
Yeah. Or she just lies to get what she wants. But yes, I agree with you 100%. And let me say thank you to Fancy, who gifted a membership while we were listening to the call. Mindy, who's been a member for 3 months. And then Legendary, who's been a member for 7 months. Hey, Legendary.
Okay. He'll be Legendary is unsubscribing apparently.
I know. Wait, let's see another comment.
It's right here. It's by Grandma Cece's.
So I'm sorry, Legendary. I'm disappointed yet again. No.
Maybe it's me. Maybe he's unsubbing because he's tired of my ass. Who knows? Could be me.
No, I don't know. I think he's just teasing. He always says that, but or stuff like that. Hey, Kathy. Okay, so in the other one says, this is from the 14th.
This is what Tisha be busting a caps lock on everybody.
I know.
Jeez, Tisha.
2:14. My kosher was canceled, and there isn't any proof of this. I show others different recipes, but I use my own kosher to cook for myself. This is a violation. I was in court on this day in question, and I didn't even eat the lunch at court because it's not kosher. This is false. Miss Stauch, per the information provided, you were seen eating non-kosher commissary items and food. If you believe this is not accurate, you must get with floor security in order for that information to be redacted. Programs is unable to place you back onto a kosher diet until then, or you can reapply in 6 months. Thank you. I love your laugh.
I guess todo está bien is not accurate. I guess you're telling mentiras, huh, Letecia?
Yep.
By the way, can I just point out for a second that ain't Brenda got a dozen red roses and that real expensive chocolate? Is it Dove? Well, I don't know how you say it, but I got that. And Harley and Harley's boyfriend got her something. And what did Tisha get? Not shit. They took away her pickle.
Yep. Okay, let me just check something really quick, and we're about to jump right into the next one. So Brenda knows about the plea change at this point. Natasha, I don't know. So we're a few days in now. We've heard her and Amy. I'm still kind of shocked about like Tisha last night, the shit she said about that. But we've not heard Harley or Brenda address it, and I have not heard the next call. It's Harley, and then we have 3 with Amy. So
Amy's the only one who has halfway brought it up. Yeah. And it's hard to know what Letecia or what Harley and Brenda know, because obviously it's difficult to get into somebody else's mind. However, Harley has social media in 2021 too. And I would imagine that at least one member of the media tried to reach out to Harley for comment.
Yeah.
And ask her about
Oh, yeah.
it. I can't imagine that they wouldn't.
Oh, I agree. I want to know why no one says anything is weird. Yeah, I agree with that. They never call her out on anything.
I would ask, even if she didn't, even if she hung up and never spoke to me again. Big whoop. What am I really out? I'm paying for these calls. So what? I gain money instead of losing money. I'm not spending money on listening to her cockamamie baloney all the time. Okay. I would have asked.
Yeah. And then, yeah, so the live from last night is on unlisted. I am going to put it back public tonight. It should be done. I didn't check before the live, but I had to blur something. So now it should be done. It takes a few hours for the YouTube edit tool. And if you don't unlist it or put it on private, then it just stays the way it is until they finish. So, yeah. And then Angie, I did talk to Angie from last night. Yeah. And you're right, Natasha, that Cuddle Snugglesworth or whatever the hell was trying to, they were like, this is why it's so hard to be on YouTube sometimes, because it doesn't matter how you say something. People always want to twist it and find something wrong with it. Because when Angie did that accidental huge super chat, I guess I said, I hope that wasn't an accident. And this person came in the comments and they're like, I would have said, I hope that was an accident. Ooh, cringe. And I'm like, no, I would hope that no one would accidentally lose that much money. Why would I?
Knew what you meant. I knew exactly what you meant.
Oh, it's so frustrating because it's like, doesn't matter how you say things. Obviously, I meant, oh my gosh, for one, if it wasn't an accident, thank you, because that anything you guys do like that is any amount is so kind and I appreciate it. But then if it was an accident, like how awful. And I would hate that because you guys would essentially be losing a shit ton of money just trying to support me. It would make me feel like an asshole. And
right.
So, yeah, it's just frustrating because it doesn't matter how you say shit.
It doesn't. But I will say this. Even though I got a little spicy at the very beginning, I have decided to let that go. But the most important thing is that the person to whom you were speaking understood what you meant. And
you're right.
Thank you, guys.
Very upsetting. Yeah, and I think that it's been retracted successfully.
Okay, good.
Pray. Okay. Because it is so upsetting. And yeah. So anyways, that's the whole thing. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, you want to get into the next one?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Now it's Harley, and like I said, I haven't heard this one, so I guess we're both in for a surprise. And I think it's actually kind of long. Let me just check though before we get started. I have the minutes inside, but like 8 minutes, I think. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Here we go.
Wait, just before we get started, I want to say thank you to Sancy for the super sticker. What a beautiful name. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. I've never heard that before. I love it. Fancy Sancy. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Okay.
And recording. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello?
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Well, let's see. I'm just watching TV, talking to you. I made everybody a cake. I did my eyebrows. And I am, that's about it. I talked to you, Brenda. Finally got it to work. I had to call her from the tablet to get it to work.
Oh, wow.
And that's about it.
Nice.
What are you doing?
You know that muy bien? I mean, I mean, hola, ¿cómo estás? Means how are you?
How are you doing? How are you doing? I know, but I was just telling you like all the things I was doing, which would explain how I'm doing. Girl, you know I know that. I have to watch Spanish channels in here. You learn a lot.
Oh.
I can watch Fast and Furious in Spanish. What else do we watch in Novelo? What else do we watch? All the movies we watch in Spanish. The word ceremonies be in Spanish. The cooking show is being Spanish. So yeah, pretty much Spanish all the time. I mean, I just read the screen and the caption, and I put the radio in my ear and I listen, and then I'd be like, okay, because like I'll first start with a movie that I already know what's going on, and then figure out the words. You know what I mean? Or an episode of the show that I've already watched, like on Goldberg's. Like if I've already watched the episode, and then I'll do it. Like you could change it to Spanish, and then be like, oh, okay, that's what happened. And, you know, that's how you get the words.
Oh.
Yep. You working? Are you at work?
What?
Are you at work?
No, I'm in the car.
Oh, okay. Oh. You what?
I'm with Sadie Ken.
Hold on, let me go up for it. It's loud. You're with Sadie?
Yeah.
What is she doing?
She's sitting in the car with me.
Aw. That's crazy. Well, tell Sadie I love her so much and I miss her.
Oh, well, you're on here, so she can hear you.
Hey, Sadie. This is my dog, my Frenchie. Hey, girl, I miss you.
She's staring at the phone.
Remember I told you there was a girl, her named Sadie? She was like looking at me like, here I am here. And I'm like, no, I'm talking to the dog. Because that's the first thing I told her is, my dog's named Sadie. She said, everyone says that.
That's what everybody says about their dog being named Harley.
She said, everyone says it about her too, because her name's Harley. Everyone says their dog's name's Harley. Y'all just both have dog names. Which dogs are better than people, so it's perfect. You know what I mean? Is she in her car seat?
No, she doesn't have her car seat anymore because she jumps out of her car seat.
Oh, are you going to get her a pup cup?
Say no pup cup today.
Why? Every time I ask you, are you going to get her a pup cup? She's not allowed one. You're like a shit mom.
She's been getting a lot of pup cups. She's been getting table food, pup cups.
Okay. All right. Well, all she needs now is a little bit of salmon or some tuna. Be perfect.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
She would like it. She's a Frenchie. She likes it. Do you have an outfit on her?
No, she only has one outfit because, she doesn't look good in, like, girly outfits, so it's kind of hard to find her.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe get her a little bit of, like, get her some Nike pose.
Those are what's like it.
And just put them on her booty. Well, maybe I put a shirt on her then, just like a cute shirt. She needs jerseys.
She's been jerseys. She has a pink jersey.
Okay, then she's a pink jersey on, or get her like a purple, or get her a mint green one.
She's been mean.
Why?
She was digging in the trash the other day, so me and my roommate were yelling at her, and she tried to bite my roommate's foot.
Oh, that's like she's really going to hurt you guys.
I know. No, but she's just been a brat.
Oh, that's because she's still wondering where I am, because she has that smell and she's like, okay, I know it's Harley, but I'm still missing the out.
Oh.
Yeah. Because remember, you have to just baby her and wrap her up and, let her know she's a baby, wrap her arms up. She gets hurt and wrap her in the cover and let her just poke her head out. Like, she wondered where I'm at doing that. So she just kind of like, okay, I'm going to rebel a little bit.
He still does do that.
Right, but it was me who done it. So it was a different smell, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might smell like pineapples and I smell like watermelon, so she's looking for me,
Oh.
You can at least just agree with me. You'd be like, that's right, Mom.
That's true.
There you go.
She has her little watermelon.
She has a watermelon what?
She has a watermelon collar on.
Oh, see? I told you she was looking for her, the part of her watermelon. I knew it.
Yeah.
What are y'all about to do?
On the way home.
Okay.
I had to get my eyebrows done.
Oh, I can do them for you. I can thread them.
No, that would hurt.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
After you do it like 5 or 6 times, you don't even feel it anymore. It's like waxing. You don't feel it anymore.
Yeah, well, waxing still hurts for me. But remember I made that bet to you that I would never get my eyebrows done?
Yes, which I told you. I looked at you and told you were crazy that you would. And you're like, Mom, I watch her rip your face off.
Yeah.
The lady, and then you choked on the thing, and she had to rescue you because I panicked. You know how it is. Anything traumatic like that, I'm a panic. I'm like, oh. And she's like, yeah, she's joking. And she saved you.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah, no, it's easy. Once you get it done a little bit and you just like take your time on it, it's easy and you can shape them really good. Like my eyebrows are on fleek right now. Everybody's like, wow, your eyebrows look great. I'm like, thanks.
Mine look good right now too.
I can't do my lip yet though. I haven't made it that brave yet.
Yeah, I got my lip done for the first time in like years.
Whew. I did mine with a candy the other day. I borrowed a candy from somebody and took it and put it on my lip and then take the paper on there and rip it off. And like, it came right off. I was like, oh, great, perfect. Because we learn to improvise and, you use the white cleaner as top side. Like, hey, you just figure it out and you realize how much you can like make something out of nothing.
True.
Yep.
Very true.
Anyway, well, you guys have a good day. I'll save the rest of this so I can call you tomorrow.
Okay.
Or the next day. I gotta be ready to go chill and watch SmackDown tonight. Because, that's the show. Gotta watch Roman Reigns.
I'm done.
We don't have that many channels. We only have like 5 channels. So you gotta think our options are very limited. Nobody watch. Yeah.
Well, you have fun.
All right, you two be careful. Did you go watch church the other day? You better, because I've been praying for the Lord to get on you. You can laugh it off if you want to, but look, the prayer is going to come out and he's going to come find you.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm saying, because I be praying every day, like, Lord, she better be surrounded by, not bitter as into God, but surround her with people that love Jesus, and if they don't, take them out of her life, because that's what she needs. And he was like, okay, I'll do my best. And then I'd laugh, and I was like, you do more than your best, because I know you are in charge of everything. He's like, you're right. He's like, I got this. I'm like, okay, that's that. But anyway, okay, love you so much. So Sadie, love her too, and I'll call you tomorrow, okay? Be careful.
Okay, love you
and
too.
Jesus loves you. Bye.
Thank you for using Google.
Okay.
First of all, Letecia, last year you went around for months with half an eyebrow. Shut your mouth. Let's start there. Second of all, a Jolly Rancher, even if you melt it, is not sticky enough to get rid of that mess you got growing above your lip. You know how I know? Because I can enhance your photos. And when that happens, I can see your mustache. So it is not working for you, lady. And third of all, I bet she does talk shit to God. I bet she does try to boss God around. Blasphemous ass demon.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just take a second and say thank you so much to Megsy, who gifted 5 memberships. That was super sweet. And she didn't get one. And Jen, I've never seen that before. At least it used to be, you couldn't even gift them unless you had one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And she didn't get one, which that sucks.
Well,
because I would like for you to get to use the emojis. You guys check out the emojis. I was commenting.
You have memberships you can give away this month?
Oh, I bet I do. I bet I do, actually. Let me see. Good idea, Jen. Also, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, the emojis. I was talking to Carolina about, and I was like, yeah, I can't wait till it's gummy time after, but I can't take it now or I'd be dragging ass. And I wasn't even thinking when I was first writing it. And then I'm like, wait, I have the dragon ass emoji too.
Yes.
So you guys the emojis. And then Natasha, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Chicken Shite gifted one as well. Thank you. And then Hilson House of Crazy joined. And thank you for joining. Thank you, guys. Okay, go ahead, Jen. What do you think about that one? Anything?
Besides what I already said about the walking around for months last year with half an eyebrow. And yes, you do have a mustache. Jolly Ranchers won't work.
Yeah.
You do probably boss God around and talk shit because you're a blasphemous demon. The avoidance of the change of plea, I just can. It's very difficult for me to wrap my brain around it. I know that on like a rational level, I know that likely the reason for Harley not bringing it up is because I think she knows better and all of that. But I don't know. I mean, I don't fault Harley. I don't, because I feel bad for her.
I feel bad.
Aunt B, come on, girl. What you doing?
Yeah. Donna, I would think they know because it's all over the news. And yeah, they would have to know. There it comes, like when with Letecia's case, I know that it was coming up in like the local news in Myrtle Beach and stuff was covering the case. I guess because of her being arrested there and from, near there and from the area, those newspapers were even covering the updates. So,
by the way, Megsy's a member.
I just gave her. Yep, she just.
Wow.
I did it 5 and it got her. Yes. I'm so happy about that. And welcome, you guys. And then Lisa, thank you for gifting a membership. And we'll do a special members giveaway right after the first of the month in the next few days. So keep your eyes out for that. Because sometimes I really can't think of like how I would want to do videos or streams for members, but I know that I can do giveaways and then make cool emojis and stuff like that. So I just appreciate you guys. Thank you. Well, I don't really have any thoughts besides that as well, except for, her still getting on to Harley's ass about going to church. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I know that like maybe in religious families, that's a normal thing for a mom to talk to her child about. In Letecia's case, I just find it ridiculous. I'm sorry. Were Letecia, like, I don't remember, but were they doing church all the time before all this happened? Because I don't have any.
I don't know about all the time, but they did go to church. But Harley's not, she doesn't even want Harley to go to church. She wants her to watch church.
Yeah. Well, I know.
Which, I mean, I don't make any judgments. Look, however people practice their freedom of religion, that is between you and your higher power. That doesn't have anything to me. But it doesn't seem like they were super religious before.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Thought you didn't have no thoughts. Well, I guess I changed my mind. But yeah, I don't know. I just see it as like it's so ridiculous with what you're in jail and accused of. And yeah, you haven't been found guilty or whatever. You just changed your plea, admitting you did it. Maybe you should go to church. Maybe you should worry about, bettering yourself. Sorry, but it's frustrating.
Yeah. I mean, let me just, it's ridiculous. Leticia's just ridiculous, just period.
No, I guess it was, not during like the biggest parts of COVID, but there, even still now, since COVID happened, online services really became a thing. Before that, it really wasn't. I don't know. I appreciate this page. I really do. But it's like I work a hard day's work, and then I come here to see what's going on in your life. I want to see everything, yet all you're doing is talking. What? In your live, you mean? Listen, Patricia, what I would recommend if you don't like the commentary, and this is, and truly, I don't want anybody to like be, be too harsh with old Patricia here or anything, but if you don't like the commentary, you can wait until the live's done and then skip through the talking. And Jen and I have talked about posting these without commentary since we own them and we're the only ones who have them. We can do that. So yeah, you can just wait and then watch the replay, skip the talking. It's really that simple. But we come here to hang out, to talk, to give our opinions. Me and Jen want to talk about it. I want to hear from the chat. This is something we've been doing together for a long time. And the whole point of it is the discussion around it all and what we can take from it, what we can learn from it, comparing things to the files, to the case files, to the jail files, all of that stuff. So hope you understand. And yeah, that's about that. All right, Bendy, you ready?
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Kathy, you don't need to apologize about anything. All of you guys, I appreciate all of you guys, and I know you're always trying to look out for us. Everything is so simple. Keep it simple. Hey, Blanca, by the way. Okay, you guys, let's go. No, you didn't offend me, Patricia. It's okay. That's what I said. I'm trying to, I understand, but I think that would make it a lot easier for you. And like, I think we're going to post them without commentary, but even if we didn't, just skip through the talking parts. And yeah, that's all right. It's all good. All right, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
He's like, I got this. I'm like, okay, that's that.
Thank you for using Cont.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Just walking around here.
Oh, yeah?
If I'll ever walk amongst regular civilians and people, but I'm friends to the monsters in my head, and I'm okay with it.
What's going on? Like, what's happened today?
No, that's Eminem.
Oh, is it? Shoot. Oh my God! You know what? It's a monster song, isn't it? With Rihanna.
Yeah, like I do think that way though. Like that's my motto in life. But like, I just have to keep telling me that as I walk around with people who are, the same thing over and over and over and over again. That's ludicrous,
Yeah. Girl, it's been so long since I've heard that song. Like right after you said it, I'm like, huh? And then it clicked. I'm like, oh man. How's your day going though? Is it going okay so far?
Well, we got locked down yesterday because I don't understand why people can't comprehend that they don't have to be acting crazy, but they're not listening. So I just go to my room and be like, whatever, like talking to y'all, it's like talking that wall to move,
Did y'all get put on lockdown after you and I talked last night?
Yeah, because I sit and tell people the same thing over and over and over. Hey, just go find you somewhere and find something to do. We're in a small ward. And we got all these people in a small ward. And of course they have the day beds back. So, that's the top tier of failure because, the day beds be talking and doing their thing too. And it's too many people. You know what I mean? And it's a smaller ward. So, like, it's not like we have room to spread out. So, therefore, it makes it louder and echo louder. And, I just see telling people, go find your own little corner, do something, or whatever. But it's hard when you got 5 and 6 people together, talking about something, and it makes it loud. So, I just was like, well, here we are with these babies again. Here comes the drama.
Oh, when did the day that come back? Was that yesterday, or have they been there for a while?
No, they try to run a little game in here. They'll put one on the end and try to make it look whatever. The next thing you know, it's 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. They'll add one every hour or so, trying to sneak them in here, and then
That's so ridiculous. They need to hire more people and open up that other ward. That would be the logical thing to do.
Like right now, the Davids are just waking up, so we haven't been in trouble all morning. But now the Davids are waking up, so we're about to get a noise warning. It'll be like, hey, what you doing? So, because they're all awake now, yelling at each other and talking and, whatever. So.
Now, the people who are on the day that are there...
No, usually it's like what they call like low risk people. It's supposed to be people that can be with anybody and everybody and be out here in the open like this. And they're supposed to be like not doing things, whatever. But
yeah, I don't know. I've never thought that it's a good idea to like the whole day bed concept. Like if they have a whole other ward, they should be, having like a job fair and hiring people that can work there. They can open up the other ward and put people where they belong.
Well, newsflash, the most trustworthy people are the people that they hem up the most in here. So
yeah, I was going to say that. I was going to say, how do they determine who's trustworthy and not? Because it always seems like the ones they pick, so they pick are the trustworthy ones, are the ones that cause the trouble.
Yeah, well, they try to look at like their level of their crime and make it low risk. But it's just sitting there like, yeah, this is their crime. Yeah, for this time, but you ain't counted the last 10 times.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically, isn't everybody who's there, like, pending trial? So, I mean, they can't really technically be like, well, this person is, good because they only did this. Because, I mean, technically, they haven't been proven to do anything. If you want to be technical. Man.
Yeah, but you got to remember that the administration here is incompetent. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. How's the mail situation? Has it changed? Like, do y'all get mail or anything like that now, or is it still you're not getting anything in the mail? Has anything changed?
Well, I haven't gotten anything, but I did. So that letter that I had to send out or whatever, I did put it up at the desk. So we'll see. I meant to call you. I think we had got locked down because I meant to go call you and be like, hey, I know what it was. I did try to call you and the phone wasn't working because I was going to be like, hey, just so you know, it's this time that I dropped the letter off, because I was going to be like, all right, now the letter has been dropped off. Here's the time and the date and see. But I think it was because I tried it and the phone didn't work because I want to tell it now.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that was probably the other afternoon when I had my phone in the kitchen. I saw you were calling, and before I could even grab it, it hung up. So I'll look and see what day that was, and then that should give me a good guess of when it should be here. If it ever shows up.
That was the deputy who, concocted this whole thing she had going on. So who knows what she's done with it. But that's okay though, because I remember the date she was here because of all this. So, I mean, if I had to, I'd be like, well, where's that letter at? Because obviously I gave it to her. Where is it at? Because, we're on the cameras here. You can look it up,
Yeah, because I remember we had that video chat, and you had mentioned that you were sending it out, and you were like, see, I said it, it's on recording, so, like, they know. So I'll give it, like, 2 weeks, because I know sometimes it can take, like, a week and a half, 2 weeks for mail to get from here to there and vice versa. If, 2.5 weeks goes by and I don't get it, I'm going to call down there and be like, all right, this is, like, I don't even know, the 10th time that I've called to the mail room, and I've had the same complaint. Like, y'all need to be looking at your cameras, because obviously the mail isn't going out where it should be going, or else I would have gotten it.
And I wouldn't have gave it to that deputy if I'd known she was going to act the way she did after that about your change your plea and all this and all that. Like, I wouldn't even known that because she never come off as that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she never came off as that. I just asked her about my pickle, and, of course, and she went nuts, I guess. That, or she was just one of those silent people that was trying to go nuts, and she was just waiting on anything, you know.
Nobody
Yeah,
cares about your pickle.
She, you know, tried to go crazy about it, whatever.
Well, and like that shouldn't even have been a situation that you should have had to even like prepare yourself for, because it shouldn't have happened. Period. You know, like
No.
you shouldn't have to have your guard up and be wondering like what people are going to say or do to you. Like it just shouldn't happen. Period.
Yeah, the deputy did today. She's a kind of a newer lady. She's fine, but she was like, "Hey, so she was like, well, first I wasn't in my Taylor mode because I was in the TCM mode because I was on it all night last night because I'm sick of getting locked down for these people. So of course I was manic as hell, lighting up people for acting like idiots. You know what I mean? And then of course that makes me go crazy. So when she first said that, I had to be like, okay, hold on, whew, all right, just right Taylor. And I was like, okay, well, listen. She's like, the deputy said you didn't eat breakfast this morning. I got you a milk. I was like, okay, cool, thank you. And I was like, and I'm not going to eat it because I'm not eating what you got because they're in the violation of my rights or whatever. And she's like, okay, well, I just saved you a milk because I just want to make sure. And I was like, okay, cool. But the deputy that worked last night, she's one of my favorite deputies anyway. So I was just like, I knew she would do the right thing and try to be like, here, whatever. But what am I going down for breakfast when you don't have a tray for me? You know?
Yeah.
I'm not going down there. I'm already up, but, I'm not going down there. I mean, because I spent from, I think it was like 2 a.m. till breakfast time under my bed. Like, most of the time I'd be under the bed with a cover over my head and my headphones in. That way people think I'm asleep. Don't bother me. And I just be under, with my headphones in. And so, like, I'd be killing my batteries by the first 4 days because most of the time I'm under my cover looking like I'm asleep with freaking gospel music going or, country music or something, you know what I mean? So I guess she thought I don't blame you. So she just saved me a minute,
Yeah, I don't blame you because I think I'd much rather be laying in bed with my headphones in, like avoiding people's, drama. And I was sitting here thinking, I half wonder if, they did what they did because they probably expect at some point that you're going to break, you're going to give in, you're going to take a tray from them that's not kosher so they can be like, oh, see, look, you violated it.
I know. Well, when I walked up there for lunch yesterday, I literally walked up there and I took the, it was dinner. It was dinner. Somebody wanted my tray and I said, I'm not touching that tray for dinner because I'm not touching, the whole point of kosher is you're not touching those trays because they're out in the open like that. And so the girl was like, well, can I get it and have it? I said, I don't care. But I'll walk with you up there if you want it. And I walked with her up there. She got it. And then at lunch, it came in a closed tray. So I walked up there, grabbed the lunch because it was in a closed tray like it's supposed to be. But I still knew it was pork. Obviously, I weren't eating it. So I grabbed it and handed it to the girl. And she was like, fine. She was like, I'll eat it. I said, and one of the deputies that came in to help was about to be like, that's not, I said, don't even tell me that's not pork. It's pork. You can tell me it's not pork if you want to, but I'm telling you, there's not this many turkeys getting killed for you to make all this bologna you got going on in here and all this meat. I said, I know the difference between turkey smell and the difference between pig. Like, this is pork.
Yeah.
They might be telling people it ain't pork and they don't sell pork in this facility, but they're full of shit.
Well, you know as well as I do, like, if you go to the grocery store and you, like, look at turkey products versus pork products, turkey is, like, twice as expensive.
Yeah, exactly. So you mean to tell me that they got all these turkeys walking around here that in this place that they serve you now, the cheapest meat there is, but it is definitely not turkey. It's 100% pork, and they're trying to pass it off as turkey. You know what I mean? Like, no.
See, like, if I was there, I would have to resist the urge to be like, I want to see, like, the packaging. I want to see the label. I want to see the ingredients on the label because I don't believe y'all. But, that'd probably get me in trouble if I did that.
And why should I when you brought stuff in here and put a big kosher on it with the black marker and then try, basically like you got to have that or else. And I'm telling you why'd you write this on here? It's not that. And then they, change it to fit their own agenda. That's what they did. Because I wrote them so many times about it and they kept changing it to fit their own agenda. But then, pretty much was trying to do anything they could to, like, get me with whatever. So that's why they had the deputy saved it, gave me 2 trays, and then tried to be like, oh, you can't store food. I didn't store it. You gave me 2 trays. What are you talking about? I've been at court.
Yeah, I forget who. I think I was telling my husband about that. I'm like, that's such BS. Like, you weren't there for lunchtime, so they brought you a lunch tray and a dinner tray at the same time, and then tried to get you in trouble for it. Like, what?
Then, okay, she wants to get mad about me using my egg. What do you mean? What's the problem with using the egg? The egg was me. I didn't give anybody else my egg.
Yeah.
And now, besides, I'm not the only one who gets eggs. So, like, I rarely get them in a kosher. The other people that have, like, people in the diabetic, they're the ones who was doing the stuff with the fruit I made a cake for somebody, right? Okay, and they wanted me to make a cake, so they bought me fruit. The fruit came from the diabetic person. I didn't even have fruit. So, like, how do you think I grabbed fruit for my kosher one? We didn't even get fruit. We hadn't got fruit in like 2 or 3 weeks. Like, what are you talking about? The fruit came from the person who had a diabetic tray. And the lady came over and was like, she gave it to the one girl, because the one girl, she was like, can I have a coffee or a cup of coffee for this fruit tray? And the girl was like, okay. So she traded her the fruit tray for a cup of coffee. Then the girl was like, hey, will you put this on top of the cake you're making for us? And I said, sure. Now, mind you, I literally just finished making a cake for a bunch of people. It is sitting on the table, and I have not touched it. You know what I mean? And it's still made with kosher items. But the thing about it is, like, meaning that, you know, it was the right cookies, it was the right whatever. I made it. I made sure my hands were washed, and the person that was with me. And so nothing there was done wrong. So even then, I still didn't eat it, because I was like, if I go make my own personal one in my room, I'll do that. Or if I make it myself, I'll eat it. But, like, if I got other people involved, I don't. Just because I don't know where they've been at in their room. You know what I mean? Unless, like I said, I watched them.
You have 1 minute remaining.
If you're with me, then yes, you can help me make it. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Everybody in here knows I'm funny like that. Because I don't know what you're doing in your room at lunch. I don't know if you wash your hands when you freaking, you know, whatever. And there's all this sickness going around in here, and people wonder why I'm the one that don't get sick like that. Because not that I am OCD clean free, but at the same time, I don't do stupid stuff like that. And that deputy was just looking for something, you know?
Yeah, I don't blame you. Like, I'm really weird about germs. Like, I don't know why, but I have this habit every day before I get in my car and drive it. I wash my hands before I get in my car and drive it. I don't know why. It's just like it's a germ thing. But I totally understand. Like, I'd be iffy about people, you know, touching food, because you don't know if they wash their hands. Like, if they use the bathroom or don't wash their hands, you don't want to get those germs.
Right. And this girl bought me a piece of the cake yesterday, and I looked at her, I was like, no, thank you. She's like, why don't you want to try it? I was like, because I didn't see you make it out here.
Yeah.
Thank you for using Global Telling. Global Telling.
Okay. So I just want to say, if you leave the chat and come back in, and Jen, I can send you this one, or we can make a different one for your channel. But while we were listening, I made a pickle emoji. It's just a picture of a pickle that says it says big deal on it, but deal spelled D-I-L-L. I knew you would find it.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I was looking for like a funny pickle pictures, and one of them said kind of a big deal, and I was like, oh my gosh, I should do a pickle picture that says big deal.
Yes, of course. That's what else can you do? I have questions. Did we or did we not read the discipline issue with her? And it had nothing to do with a cake, but beans and rice on a flour tortilla.
Yeah, they were making like a brick she did brag to the officer that she was going to make some kind of dessert after, but yes, you're right. It was some kind of like brick or, you know, when they do like, I don't know what it's called, when you're in jail and you mix all kinds of shit together and then like share it with everybody. One of those.
Okay. But here's the thing. Letecia, stop it. First of all, how are you uppity? I don't want to eat anything that I don't know if you've washed your hands. Girl, you ain't washed your hair in a month of Sundays or your body. Okay. You fling poo water at people.
Yeah.
You can pop a toilet in under 30 seconds. I mean, you know what happens in a toilet other than toilet talking, right? But you're worried about germs.
Yeah. You're an OCD clean freak who like wipes your blood all over the walls, throws poo water and everything else. Okay, Tisha.
Okay, Tisha, we believe you.
Let's see. What can I type in to find that report? Let me see.
Kosher.
Oh, there
you know what? Tortilla. Because that's what.
Okay. Got it. So, narrative, kosher diet. On 2/11, this is Deputy Stingle. He says, I was walking around talking to inmates at approximately 1 p.m. I approached the table where Stauch, Letecia, was sitting with other inmates. They were making ramen, beans and cheese, and crushed flaming Cheetos to roll up in the flour tortillas they had. I stayed and talked to them at the table until they rolled up their burritos with all the ingredients. I watched Stauch to see if she consumed the mixture of foods rolled into her burrito. She did consume the burrito in front of me. Inmate Stauch then told me about the dessert they were making from the cake on the trays and crushed cookies and Chico stick candy. Inmate Stauch is not conforming to the rules of the kosher diet. Nothing further to report.
I don't see anything about fruit. There were already cake on the trays. So Tisha, you were not making a cake, ho. You were enhancing a cake. Stop it.
Yeah.
And not conforming, by the way.
Well, there is I watched them making, I wonder if they were doing this. So I watched these prison gel or makeup videos and cooking videos. And I know there's this chocolate cake where they take the Oreo cookies and take the cream out and crush up the cookies. Pie. Well, they crush up the chocolate cookies and then mix it with some kind of liquid and then put it in the microwave and cook a cake. And then they make a frosting with the cream inside of the Oreos.
Yes, I saw that on Love After Lockup. She called it prison pie.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think I watched Jessica Can't Make It, but she just... Yeah, she makes all this different stuff. That was her chocolate cake from Jill. They do cheesecake with coffee creamer and cream from Oreos. And I don't know, they get very creative.
Which I'm not knocking anybody for being creative. But the fact of the matter is, Tisha has been, I am Jewish. This is about my religious belief and I need a kosher diet.
Yeah. No, it's actually, I've heard many people, it's a lot of people do that to get better food. But here's the thing. I don't know anybody who would do that. So, like I said earlier, sign the agreement. I'm not going to eat anything that's not kosher. Then eat it right in front of them and brag to them. Sorry about that. How you are doing that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Thinking that you're going to get, what are you going to get?
I don't know. Nurse Kristen, I can't remember what she called it, but it's coffee. I'll have to go back and watch it again. But Amber, it looked like gross.
Sorry. I would like to make those prison foods into prison makeup on my second channel. I swear I might do that. That would just be fun to do. But Amber, I didn't find the emojis. I made all the emojis. I found I found the picture of the pickle and then just typed with text over it. But all of them are maybe pictures online that I've edited a little bit or whatever. If I want to make an emoji, I Google whatever I have in mind, and then I'll just find something, kind of tweak it or change it in Canva, and then boom, that's it. So I didn't make it, but I did make it. I didn't just find that emoji. That makes sense. All right. Well, sweet potato creamer. All right, Andy. So we have 2 more calls. Oh, wait, before we go, I wanted to thank Nurse Kristen. Let me find it. There we go. Nurse Kristen, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. You're kind of a big deal, Nurse Kristen. All right. Are you ready
Oh,
for
wait
more?
a minute. We didn't even talk about the most important part of that call,
Okay.
where Letecia is talking about switching back and forth between Tisha mode and Taylor. Because she's cognizant and doing it intentionally, which is absolutely not how it works. Tisha.
I guess that went right past me because I was doing too many things at once. I didn't even hear that part.
There was a lot of inane babble surrounding it, so I am even surprised that I retained that bit of information.
Well, it's crazy because it's like Tisha's always talking this conspiracy that like she's being set up and everyone's unfair and against her. And Amy just like feeds into it. And yeah, I sit there and listen. And that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm just like, it's so annoying. I guess I start to disassociate.
So annoying. So annoying. Ugh. Drives me nuts.
Leanna said, yeah. And Amy was like, yeah.
Yeah. She was like, yeah, and they're wrong for that. I can already tell. Like when I watch some of this stuff, because I find Letecia to be so tedious, but I also want to hear what she has to say. But it does something to me when I listen.
Yeah.
And so I have to go on YouTube and search for stuff that I know will make me laugh. And let me just tell y'all, nothing makes me laugh more than when Cartman sings in the ghetto. I mean, I just love Cartman. He's an asshole, but I love him. So I can tell that I'm going to be watching some South Park after this. I need to.
I watch mindless stuff too. Not necessarily always funny stuff. But I've been like watching antique videos. Oh gosh, I'll talk to you guys more about all of this in a different video. We'll get into the calls, but I like antique mystery boxes and stuff like that.
Oh,
I actually purchased one and it won't be here for a while, but it's not expensive. It was just a little one that was like $30, but it's got stuff from the 70s in it, and mine specifically.
Oh my, that's just ancient from the 70s.
Well, no, they have them from like all eras, but that's like my favorite. I wanted a 60s or 70s, but I've been watching, even stuff that's up to 100 years old, but and past that and beyond, but mainly like from 100 years ago to like the 80s, but watching people like talk about antiques and do I don't know, that's my mindless thing here
I
lately.
say something, I just want to warn you, but that's how that Dybbuk box came into existence. Okay.
Oh,
It was purchased at a garage sale. That's how it is on the movie. That movie, Possession, is based on a true story. Zach Baggins has the Dybbuk box, but I don't remember the real story about the Dybbuk box. But if it is locked, if you get a box and it is locked, don't open that shit, Allie. Don't do it. I know you'll be tempted, but curiosity killed the cat.
Well, yeah, I won't. Well, you guys, Kimberly and Meg, so I thought the same thing because I always knew with cars it was like,
20.
So yeah, it was like vintage and then antique. But yesterday when I Googled it, it said anything like 100 years and older is considered, I don't know, maybe I said it backwards, but I was watching like vintage and antique stuff.
Yes.
And they were like specifying the difference. But yeah, so I guess so would it be considered a vintage, like this box from the 70s?
Yes.
Okay,
Because
then I got it.
Otherwise, Allie, I would be considered a fucking antique since I was born in the 70s. That's why I was laughing.
Well, I think the 70s are considered, like cars are considered antique from the 70s.
Cars have a different, it's only 20 years for a car.
Yes, I know. It's interesting. Okay, you guys. No, I don't mean to offend anybody. I'm born in the 80s, so it's not like I'm,
You're born at the very end of the 80s. I'm playing with these people. Okay. Allie's over here trying to make us feel better. Like, I was born in 77. She's like, well, I was born in the 80s. Like she was born in 80 or 81 or maybe even 82. This Heffalump wasn't born till like 88 or 89.
89.
Girl,
I was trying to like be nice, okay? It's true.
I love you, and I do love you for it. It's cute because
All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
You guys are so funny too. Thank you guys for everything and for being here. 91 here. All Blanca's a baby in here.
You're all babies if you're born in the 80s. I could have babysat y'all. My kid was born in the 90s. My oldest was born in 95.
Wow, that's crazy. You
I
seem so
know.
young spirited, and you look young.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Are you ready? Oh,
Yes.
Shane's at 90. Okay, interesting.
And Scott, no, I have not seen the 20th anniversary concert. I need to from South Park. I'm behind on my South Park because I've been, watching trials and stuff like that. And there's only so many hours in the day. But I got to get back to it.
I think Patricia, that was mad about the commentary, probably ready to kick my ass. I've gone off on a tangent about antiques and everything. Sorry, Patricia. Just fast forward this part too.
Poor Patricia. She probably had a bad day at work.
Yeah.
I hope if you're listening to this before you skip it, Patricia, I hope your day gets better, babe.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Are you ready? We'll listen to some more Amy Lang. We got 2 more Amy Lang. They total 20 minutes. So one's a little shorter, one's a little longer. I don't remember which is first, but okay. You ready?
Yeah.
We need to prepare for the Amy calls with Tisha are the most exhausting, I think.
They are. They really zap your soul.
They do. Yes. And like Jen was saying, she would rather do one live tonight and one tomorrow instead of back to back. And I'm with you, agree and feel the same because it does take something out of you. So it's interesting, but it takes something out of you.
Yeah. Cause I've been getting frustrated with Amy for real. And Letecia, don't get me wrong.
I'm sorry, you guys. I love all of you, no matter when you're born and whether you're vintage, antique, anything. I don't care.
I consider myself a classic.
Okay. I'll share a link with you guys at the end of one of the videos I watched recently, but it's a girl who has a store doing it, but she orders, she does makeup videos.
That. I kind of want one of those boxes. I'm kind of thinking about it.
You should get one.
Send it to me. I should get one and then we should open it together.
That would be awesome. Well, they have I saw 60s and 70s, and I'll send you the link for those. And then I bet you they have a couple other eras too. But yeah,
I don't need anything from the 90s. I was there. I lived that shit, and that was the best time of my life. I had so much fun in the 90s. I was so bad.
Oh yeah, you should do that. All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Good morning.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, come on a timeout. Just trying to stay away from the sippity. She already trying to start with me.
Oh no, is it the same one from the other day?
No, it's a completely different one.
Oh no, what's she doing?
I went out to the shower and got water in my bucket to wash my clothes, which is how you have to wash them. And this is well known, common sense. I came off walking down. She's like, "Where are you going with that bucket?" And I just looked at her like, "I'm just gonna go throw it on my roommate. I'm just gonna go throw it on my roommate's head." I was just like, "Come on." She was like, "Well, you better not." I said, "Really? Do you really see that I ever break any rules?"
Yeah,
okay.
Oh, Jesus.
So then I go put the bucket back in the room and shut up the door because she's still sleeping. My Silly's still sleeping. And my Silly was laughing because she was like, "You're crazy." I was like, "Well, like, what else did she think I was going to do with a bucket of water now?"
Yeah, does she ask everybody else the same question?
No.
Like, it's a bucket of water?
No. And so then I came down here and I was like, "Hey," I was like, "do you think you could put a razor list on?" She was like, "You can't shave. It's a holiday." I said, "Yes, we can." I was like, "Because tomorrow is the holiday, but it means we can shave tomorrow for Tuesday." No. And I was like, "Yes." And then she was like, "I hear you. I understand." So I was like, "Okay," and walked off. And then she was like, "I said I understand."
All right. I'm glad you understand.
I didn't argue with you. I just said, no, we can shave tomorrow. You can shave Sunday through Thursday. But if it's a holiday on Monday, it's Monday through Thursday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they schedule it around the dates.
So like the dudes would have to shave their face on court on days that have court. You know what I mean? Because everything get around dudes. Well, we couldn't get a razor today because there was a holiday tomorrow. So I was like, hey, go get a list for today. I'm like, what it is they can't stand when they're wrong. And it wasn't like I was trying to be like, hey, you're wrong, whatever. Like, she's only been here a couple months working. So I'm like, I know that we can get a razor tomorrow.
Yeah.
But they just think I'm going to react in some kind of way. And I just be looking at them like, you're not going to get that out of me. I don't know why y'all try this for this long. Like, you make me even more paranoid with stuff, and y'all make me more paranoid. It's crazy, and you think you're going to get that out of me, and I just sit there and I'm telling you you're wrong, but I didn't tell you disrespectfully. I didn't say, hey, no, you're wrong, you're an idiot. I said, no, we can shave. So could you please look it up? Like, check yourself.
It seems like they go through, like, intervals. Like, there'll be months where they don't do anything. And then, like, a month or so later, it's like they start all, like, acting up, trying to press buttons and shit. And then they stop, and then they go back to doing it.
They get tired. So, like, the deputy came in this morning. And she was like, what's going on with your meal? I was like, don't even get me started on that. I'm not getting up out of my bed going on there. I was like, she brought me milk, and I was like, thank you. She was like, I don't get it, Stauch. You don't ever bother anybody else at all. I know. Tell these suckers that.
That's what I was telling my husband the other day. I was like, she doesn't do anything. She doesn't bother anybody. She gets along with everybody there. She, like, minds her own business. Yeah, she's the only one that gets picked on.
And then the other day, the deputy came in, and she was like, she opened my door. She was a night deputy. She goes, what the hell is going on with this situation with Stengel? And I told her. And she was like, why would she message you with food? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I was like, I looked at her, and I said her name. I ain't going to say her name on the phone because I won't never call her out. And I said her name, and I says, don't you see how everybody here be trying to make me out to this monster, and they can. So they have to come up with these delusions in their head to fit the agenda that they got going on. And so when they can't get that, they just start doing little stuff. And she goes, you're right. You should hear some of the briefings sometimes when you work in the office. And I was like, yeah, exactly. Point taken.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's like the only thing that they can really do, because I mean, there's not really much I can, like, try every trick in the book to try to get to you, and nothing works. So I feel like this food is like a last resort type thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's all she could do to try to get under your skin.
Right. And, like, I have a good enough, okay, obviously I can't go, when I go into Mania, I can't go get on a plane. Obviously. You know what I'm saying? Or if I run around naked, I do it in my room. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of thing. So I have better coping skills, because I've developed them. Most importantly, Jesus Christ has done them. But, like, they're not going to give me like that. Like, it doesn't. The only person that would do something stupid like that would be Maria. She wouldn't care. Which obviously she's came out a few times and done it. But, like, other than that, like, they're not going to give me all that stuff. I don't know. Stop trying.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Well, too, like, I wonder if, like, they've seen the news. They probably have seen things that have talked about, the fact that, like, you got, like, mental health issues, right? And I wonder if she kind of played on that too, like, I wonder what I can do until she, like, what can I do to, like, make her snap? Like, and that's messed up too, because that's, like, preying on somebody who, has things wrong with them they can't control, and, they don't have these issues by any fault of their own. Like, that's super messed up. And I was thinking about that the other day too, like, was she trying to prey on that? And then so that's, like, that's almost worse than, like, playing with somebody's food, you know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing. She's trying to say she's Jewish or grew up Jewish or something. Well, first of all, there's a difference between Jewish and Messianic Jewish. Okay, there's a complete difference. Okay, some people celebrate Shabbat on Saturday. Christians celebrate, on Sunday. There's that. But then when you have, like, a lot of Messianic Jews do the whole both, because, it's kind of a cross between Jewish and Christianity anyway. Because Messianic Jews believe in the sun. You know what I mean? And so what she was even talking about when she made the call didn't even make any sense. Like, apparently you must haven't practiced your own religion in years.
What she probably meant by, well, I'm Jewish, what she probably meant is like her parents are Jewish and they practice, really heavily, and as she got older, she kind of fell out.
Yeah. If that's the case, then guess what? There's certain holidays you're supposed to bring us almonds. Okay, then so where is this at then? Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to have a rabbi available. Okay, well, where's this? Because we don't even have church services here. So, like, you want to do that, but yeah, you don't cover those areas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I was under the impression that, like, all jails and prisons were supposed to have, like, religious services available.
Right, but now we just got a kite or a thing on the tablet that says you can meet one-on-one with chaplains. They're not allowed to come in here and talk to everybody. You can meet one-on-one. Okay?
What the heck?
So, okay, now here's what you have to remember. One-on-one, who knows with these suckers? They probably trying to send a chaplain in recording me.
It would not surprise me, to be honest.
Right. My own attorneys were like, don't, like, I'm not allowed to talk to anyone about faith and stuff, like, in personal, because they'll use that person against me. Like, so I can't even talk to someone about just religious things. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what are you talking about? They didn't mean it in a bad way. They were doing that to be helpful. You know what I'm saying? But, like, come on. What? So if I was to talk to a chaplain, about struggling with anxiety and, this and that and the other, like, how is that a problem? But that's what they'll do. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's taking away your freedom of religion too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, it's like everything you do is under a freaking microscope. Like, you can't even breathe without them being like, oh, don't breathe in that direction because somebody will use it against you.
My silly was like, she was like, I thought you were kidding. She was like, I really did. When I first met you, she's like, oh, God, I got this paranoid person who's just, whatever. She was like, you're not kidding. These people stalk you. I was like,
yeah,
I warned you from the beginning.
Did you tell her this has been going on, like, since you got there?
She was like, this is crazy. She was like, I cannot believe that. She was like, girl, it was on TV before you even made it back from the court. I was like, yep. She was just like, it's like, Dad, it's stalking. And I was like, oh, I know. And she was like, and some of the deputies, you can tell they come by our room and they stop and look extra. I was like, yep.
Like, okay, so, like, when you first got there, if I'm just thinking, like, just from, like, human nature standpoint, when you first got there, I can see people trying to, like, instigate shit because that's that's just how people are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when you first get there and things like that. 2 years later, it doesn't make any damn sense.
I'm telling you, it's stalking like crazy. Like, it's made my paranoia, like, 5 times worse. Because I already had paranoid problems, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if you ever got to hear about the thing in Michael the Archangel, but we'll talk about that one day. We'll have time. but like, I already had paranoid problems, you know what I'm saying? So, like, this makes it 5 times worse because I'm always, like, out the windows, looking at this, looking at that, crawling on the floor, you know?
Well, now you probably yeah, well, now too, you probably have to like that whole situation with that one deputy that started all that crap recently with the student and things like that. So you probably like I said the other day, that's not a situation that you should ever have to anticipate or prepare yourself for. You should be able to be comfortable there and know that you're going to get the food that you're supposed to be eating and things like that, and not have somebody ask you about your court shit because it's not their business.
Yeah,
so, like,
and again, majority of them don't do that. There's a majority of them that are really good. But they know that I'm not going to do that. Like, they already know. They'll even come to our table and be like, I'm not worried about y'all talking to people locked down, or I'm not worried about y'all flipping nose to people. I know y'all don't do that. I'm like, yeah, we don't. Like, most of them are like that. They know we're not going to break the rules. And then, you got some people that always want their name out there, do this and do that. And I just sit there and be like, well, maybe she should look into her own family's religion because she obviously doesn't know the meaning of Shabbat. She doesn't, know that, yes, Jewish people don't, like, actual families that, it's like, how can I say it, like Bible days. They don't cook on certain days. but it's different now because they don't celebrate a certain things the way that they do now, and a lot of especially Messianic Jews now are like going more in the progress of believing in the Trinity, which I already believe in the Trinity anyway, and believing in the fact of Jesus. So like they've changed a lot of those rituals that were crazy. You know what I'm saying? In their mind, they were crazy. You know.
Yeah, I'm the kind of person that would probably like, the next time I saw that person or whatever, if the opportunity arose where I could talk to them, I would just be like, oh, like, I don't even know how you would word it. Would be like, what is it that you and your family practice? Like, under like that religious belief. To see what she's got to say.
Yeah, but then
watch her be like,
you ask her something, or something's at the Torah or the Bible, either one of them, she'll be lost. Like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't been to church for 6 weeks because of COVID. Blame COVID,
Right, yeah, that's probably a really good excuse for them to use, isn't it?
And that's not me being judgmental. It's just, me speaking the truth about that. We're not supposed to associate ourselves with non-believers. And, like, if you're not up to date on, your prayers and relationship with God, then you're an unbeliever. I'm sorry. That's just what you are. So,
yeah,
I'm not going to change my thought process or my ways.
And I got a lot of these people there, like I bet a lot of the deputies and things that probably claim that, they have some sort of religious belief, or, a lot of them probably claim they're Christians or whatever, but then that makes me wonder, one of the huge things about Christianity is that you treat people the way you want to be treated. Like, and a lot of people forget that shit. They treat people terribly, they expect to be treated nicely.
Well, but here's the thing, though. This is when I first came to Colorado, like, I started getting, like, really delusional because there were so much people that practice Satanism, especially even at the school that it was hard.
What?
Like, yes. And, like, I'd be having my Christian music blasting in the morning, and people always would come up and be like, oh, well, what about your God? And they make it like your, like, hey, And
you have 1 minute remaining.
And that started getting me, like, really bad because I'd be like Satan was on the prowl and attacking, you know what I mean? Because he's, like, sending all these people who are trying to get me to, do whatever. And I'd be like, oh, like, I don't know what kind of stuff y'all got going on here, but this is kind of awkward. But, being in the South, you got super, super religious people, Not that they aren't.
Yeah.
But, there's a very prevalent in the South, so.
I mean, everything that I've heard about Colorado and like the people there, it just seems like a really stressful environment in general. With the amount of drugs and stuff that they have there, and God, I don't know.
That's a whole other world right there. Oh, I gotta tell you about those other stories. I have to tell you tomorrow. Then, oh my God, you're gonna die laughing.
Oh God, I'm excited.
Yeah, about these new stories that came up.
Oh man, is it the story that people are saying about you?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm excited.
All right, I'll call you tomorrow then.
Okay.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
Okay. First, I want to say I did put a not today Satan emoji in the chat as well. I needed to get rid of some. There's one more I need to change to. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. So I'll be thinking on that. But Carol, yes, she did say in the South, they're super like religical. Yes, whatever.
She also called it the Torah.
Oh, Jesus.
It's the Torah.
She is giddy, MK. I didn't catch the Torah. Well, you know what? I was really angry there for a minute. Her talking about she's being stalked and how dangerous it is and stuff like that. That pisses me off. No, Tisha, people are keeping an eye on your case because of what you did. What you did was so disgusting, disturbing, and evil to a beautiful, sweet little boy who was so kind, caring, loving, was literally saving stuff for when he had kids one day. And most kids are not doing that kind of stuff. He was just precious. So people are invested. We're invested in your case. And what happened at your trial and stuff. That's not anybody stalking you. Nobody gives a damn what you're up to as far as just because they're interested in you.
Also, let's not forget, Letecia, that not only did you do what you did, but to add insult to injury, you then blamed Gannon for what you did. You accused him of all types of things. Yep. You piece of shit.
Absolutely.
So nobody is stalking your ass, okay? And let me just say this about, now listen, I want to make this very clear. I am not a religious person. I am spiritual, and I'm going to leave it at that. And I respect everybody's right to practice whatever religion they believe in. That's not my business. That's between you and how you practice it. That has nothing to do with me. But I know that when they have members of the clergy in jail, like if they have a Catholic priest, if they have a chaplain, those people, the nuns, they take a vow when they become a priest, when they become a nun, that when you confess to them, they're not allowed to tell. So for Letecia to say that they would try to have, first of all, if she asked for a rabbi, they would probably just lie to her as if she wouldn't know the difference between a rabbi and a regular clergyman, right? And then they would record whatever it was she said. No person who is an actual faith-based, no priest, no rabbi, no bishop, no preacher would ever do that, Letecia. And it's an insult that you would think so. Yeah. Also, I don't actually even believe that the deputy that she's talking about said what she said, which was, I see that you changed your plea.
No.
Because they're not allowed to talk to her about that. And they note it. And Letecia has talked about her own case, tried to deputies in there. They've noted it and walked away. So you need to hush, Letecia. Hush yo mouth. You're just insulting everybody. You don't know what you're talking about. And that's why people are incensed by it, because you're running around here acting like you have been a member of the Jewish faith forever and ever, and that they are violating your constitutional right to freedom of religion, when it's not even it's a religion that you just decided to choose to change to, probably because someone inside said, ask for a kosher diet. It was probably a tip. That's it.
That's exactly what it is.
Box.
That's exactly what it is. Someone told her, hey, you should get that because the food's way better or something like that. And that's caused all of this, because anytime that she can be the victim, take advantage of people, get more for herself, be selfish, even just lie for fun and for shits and giggles and something to do, she's going to damn do it. And that's just the truth.
Absolutely. And furthermore, Letecia, just because you're blasting your gospel music in a school and they remind you that that's not allowed in schools, public schools, there's rules against that, okay? Because that's the way that it is. That does not mean they're satanic, you idiot. It just means they're trying to remind you that there's a separation, okay? So you need to, that's all they're saying to you. That has nothing to do with Satan.
Yeah, Satan. Satanic.
You're the one that's satanic. You're the one that committed murder. You know, talking about how religious your ass is. Meanwhile,
and telling everybody they need to go to church.
Yeah. Bitch, you broke the first commandment. That's the first one.
Yeah. Neat. Neat had put earlier in the chat, the musical at the prison this year is super religious. I love that. And then also, yes, if there's 442 people liking, and we're going to get to the last call for tonight right now. And then tomorrow we're going to wrap it up on Jen's, and then we'll talk about like what we're going to do in the future and all of that stuff, what you guys want to do and all that kind of stuff. But if you've been enjoying hanging out with us on a Friday night, please don't forget to leave the like button, or leave a like, hit the like button. And then I don't know, this is so awkward. That's why you rarely hear me asking for likes, but I'm trying. And B Crumbs is on my ass to ask for more likes, so I'm trying. Yeah, so there was something else I was going to say, but I lost my train of thought. Regardless, please hit the like button. Oh yeah. And then we're going to, even if you don't like the commentary, that's what I was going to say. Hit the like button if you like listening to the calls. And I'm going to try to find a way. We're going to try to put them out without commentary. So,
Yes.
all right.
And also, one last thing. Cleanliness is next to godliness, Letecia. Take a shower and wash your ass and your hair. Trash ball.
Yeah. There she is. Oh my God, I love you guys. All right, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be.
Okay. All right, you guys, here we go.
Tell link.
Good morning.
Hey, this one said free, right? Because this should be a free one, so I could call you back.
Yeah, it's a free one.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. I usually use it and call Harley, but then she hasn't been answering. I was like, well, I gotta call somebody.
I've always got my phone on me, and that was actually like perfect timing too, because I just out of my doctor's appointment like 5 minutes ago. It's perfect timing. Yeah, just a regular appointment. What are you up to this morning?
Well, I was listening to the prank phone calls on the radio because I've been up all morning, and they were doing some phone call on her mom, and the doctor was pretending that he was the doctor. The guy was pretending he was the doctor, and she was pregnant with triplets. And the mom was freaking out. She's like, I hate her boyfriend. I'm going to be stuck with him for the rest of my life. He's an idiot. So she's like, he's on the air. And then he's like, this is Jubal from the Jubal Show. This is just a joke. And she was like, oh my God. She was like, I hope she gets rid of him.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so it was not like it was like on radio, like a radio program, or?
So every morning from like, on the hour, they do these different prank calls for like 9 or 10, and they'll do like booty call hookups, and you have to try to convince someone to meet you for a booty call, or they'll have they'll prank someone into like pretend they ordered all this stuff in their car and they're delivering it, like crazy stuff like that, or they'll do dirty little hookups or dirty little secrets. And these people be having some dirty little secrets. And so they're funny as heck because the one girl was like, me and my man are going through a divorce and we are hooking up like every day. So we leave the courthouse after we battle all day over our kids and all of our property. And then we come home, we have sex all afternoon.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
And the guy's like, wait, what? He was like, so you guys hate each other, cuss each other out all day, and then you just have sex. And he was like, yep. We've been doing this for 2 weeks because we've been mediating for 2 weeks. And I was like, oh my God.
Maybe those people shouldn't get a divorce then.
I know. It was like, oh gosh.
That's funny.
Like,
yeah,
there's like they sneak in each other's house and all this. And I'm like, what in the world?
That's so bizarre. They sneak into each other's house.
Yeah, because the kids be there, and they'd be taking turns with the kids, so they'd be sneaking each other in the house because the kids like think now that they're not together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. If the kids catch them, they're gonna be like, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
That's funny.
I was doing that. Time my visit ended, right? She was the one.
Yeah, I saw that.
It wasn't even the people here because the lieutenant had told us earlier, like, hey, I know it weren't your group. We're gonna let you guys out after shift change, and so we were like, okay, cool. So we didn't know what was going on. Everybody's just like asking her. She's walking by all snooty, like wouldn't talk to anyone, wouldn't do anything. And everybody's like, why did she come to your door with her keys like that? I said, because she's an asshole. She was trying to antagonize me. She just wanted me to like freak out on her, but I didn't. I said to her, which she probably turned it into that. I'm sure she read a report that I did, but that's a lie. And anybody listening, that's a lie. What happened was I stood there and I said, I'm having a conversation with you, which apparently you can't communicate.
Oh,
yeah.
What'd she say to that?
Well, she was just like, should I open your door? And I said, I just kept going, well, listen, here's the problem. I said, you do this every time. You're equally an asshole to every person in this building. And I was like, you do this every time with our visits. And there's no reason because I've broke no rules and I'm not punished. So why don't I have my visit on time?
Yeah.
I said, look at the report. I don't break rules. And my Philly was like, calm down, calm down. I said, I'm not yelling at her. I'm not arguing with her. I'm telling her she's absolutely wrong.
If she does like try to write a report or say,
you have 1 minute remaining.
I literally, the camera popped on last night, like while you were still in your cell. I saw everything, and I saw her standing at the door for like a solid, what was that, like 2.5 minutes before she let you out when she was talking to you?
Yeah, and like I don't get irate. I don't disrespect people, but I'm not going to be disrespected because I don't treat you that way. And like you're not going to do me that way. Like the deputy that had done the thing the other day with the water, when she came in yesterday, she told me she was having a bad day the day before. And I said, look, I'm cool with that. That's it. I'm not. I could be your coolest person in here, or I could be your worst enemy because I don't do that stuff to people. I said so.
Yeah.
And she was straight after that, and I said I respect that. You acknowledge you were wrong. Okay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That was nice of her, yeah, because sometimes we just have bad days and we don't mean to take it out on other people, but we do. At least she was kind enough to come and tell you, like, hey, I was having a bad day yesterday. Like, not a lot of people do that.
Mm-hmm. Trust me, I was in a Maria mode one day and freaked out on one of my favorite deputies, and when she came back, she was like, I knew you weren't in your right mind. She's like, because you're...
Thank you for using Global.
She was in Maria mode one day. Letecia, you don't break the rules. Okay, we've only seen like 100 different incident reports of you being written up and going to court inside the jail. They almost took your ass to court and gave you more charges for that little escape attempt. Don't tell, everybody knows that you do break the rules. This is like February 22nd, 2022. We're far enough in now to know that's bullshit. And then Jen, just really quick before you give your thoughts, I meant to say thank you the last time we paused to Boo Sheet for being a member for 5 months. She said people born in the 70s are well seasoned. I love that like phrase, seasoned, being well seasoned. I think it's so cute. And then thank you again, Boo Sheet. She said best chat hands down. And then Anna K, thank you so much. She said love you both, Jen Lou and Allie. Y'all are the best. Love your community. Oh, and thank you. I love you guys, and we love you guys, actually. And you guys are what makes the community such an awesome place. And then, last but not least, Megsy said, can Blue not talk to me during this call, please? Because on the call before, they were talking back and forth in the chat, and she's like, wait a minute, I don't even know what's going on now. I haven't heard any of this call.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God. As soon as you said that, I see, oh my God, member for 10 months.
Thank yes.
You for being a member for 10 months. Love you back. All right, Bendy, what do you think?
Well, I think a lot of things. First of all,
Tell me
Amy,
about it.
how did you see what was going on in Letecia's cell? Did not catch that at the end of?
No,
she said she was watching. She said, right as you turned your camera on last night, I could see that she was just standing at your door.
Oh, yeah, I did catch that. Let's listen to that again.
Rewind that.
I did hear that, but I wasn't listening close. Okay, let's see. How far back do I go?
Like about 10 seconds. It's right at the very end.
Okay. Hold on.
When she came in yesterday, she told me she was having a bad day the day before. And I said, look, I'm cool with that. That's it. I'm not. I could be your coolest person in here, or I could be your worst enemy because I don't do that stuff to people. I said so.
Yeah.
And she was straight after that. And I said, I respect that. You acknowledge you were wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was nice of her, yeah, because sometimes we just have bad days and we don't mean to take it out on other people, but we do. At least she was kind enough to come and tell you, like, hey, I was having a bad day yesterday. Like, not a lot of people do that.
Mm-hmm. Trust me, I was in a Maria mode one day and freaked out on one of my favorite deputies, and when she came back, she was like, I knew you weren't in your right mind. She's like, because you're...
Thank you for using Global Telling.
Wait, did I not rewind it far enough?
I don't think we must not have had it far enough.
Okay, hold on. Let's go back 2 minutes, 2.5.
But they're not together, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. If the kids catch them, they're going to be like, what is going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
I was doing that. Every time my visit ended, right? She was the one.
Yeah, I recall that.
It wasn't even the people here. Because the lieutenant had told us earlier, like, hey, I know it weren't your group. We're going to let you guys out after shift change. And so we were like, okay, cool. So we didn't know what was going on. Everybody's just like asking her. She's walking by all needy, like wouldn't talk to anyone, wouldn't do anything. And everybody's like, why did she come to your door with her keys like that? I said, because she's an asshole. She was trying to antagonize me. She just wanted me to like freak out on her, but I didn't. I said to her, which she probably turned it into that. I'm sure she read a report that I did, but that's a lie. And anybody listening, that's a lie. What happened was I stood there and I said, I'm having a conversation with you, which apparently you can't communicate.
Oh,
yeah.
What'd she say to that?
Well, at least she was just like, should I open your door? And I said, I just kept going, well, listen, here's the problem. I said, you do this every time. You're equally an asshole to every person in this building. And I was like, you do this every time with our visits. And there's no reason because I've broke no rules and I'm not punished. So why don't I have my visit on time?
Yeah.
I said, look at the report. I don't break rules. And my Philly was like, calm down, calm down. I said, I'm not yelling at her. I'm not arguing with her. I'm telling her she's absolutely wrong.
If she does like try to write a report or say,
you have 1 minute remaining.
I literally, the camera popped on last night, like while you were still in your cell. I saw everything, and I saw her standing at the door for like a solid, what was that, like 2.5 minutes before she let you out when she was talking to you.
Yeah, and I don't.
Wow.
Yeah. See, how is it that she was able to see that? How did that happen?
Where do they do their visits at, their video? It's in that common room, right? Where everybody's at in behind her. It looks like where that kite machine is. It's not like in her cell.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Hold on a minute. So, but
she's talking about in her cell. But I'm just saying that.
Yeah, because we don't have video visits from 2022. Remember?
Oh yes.
Why?
How? Why don't we? What'd you say?
Because there weren't any. We ordered all of them.
But obviously there were some then.
I don't think she's talking. Okay, so Letecia can make calls from her tablet.
Yeah, from getting out, but you can't you can't, a call is not, you have to do a separate thing for a video chat on getting out. It's a separate app. You download getting out and then getting out video visits.
Okay, but how is it then that she was able to, how did Amy see that?
I don't know, but I'm telling you, on the Getting Out app, it's a whole other app.
I believe you, babe. But what is Amy saying?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It makes no sense. I don't know. And there's no video visits from them. So when the camera came on, no, it wasn't a hearing or anything, because I was thinking maybe where's their footage of her going to a hearing or something. And then she said for 2.5 minutes. Amy knew how long. Wow, I don't know. Because we got every video visit there was, and there were none from then. So honestly, I don't know. That'd be something we could ask Rachel about, though. Hey, in this call, they mentioned a video visit. Where are those?
Right, exactly. We should be able to that doesn't make any sense. Something happened. I mean, listen, let's be honest. I know it's a separate app and everything like that, but Letecia, I have a feeling that there's something else that happened.
Yeah, I don't believe it's through the app, because I'm more online with, is it an illegal cell phone or something like that? Because if it was on the app, then it would be a recorded video visit.
Well, give me just a second.
Okay. And then also, you guys, I just want to let you know that the calls from last night that we put out, if you missed them, I would definitely go back and listen. And even more, like the best ones, in my opinion, came on Jen's channel. So on Jen's channel, there were some interesting things in the ones we listened to too, just little things here and there. But on Jen's, they really get into the Plea situation. And on mine, I just made the video public again. I had to make it unlisted briefly because I had showed something, but I checked and it's been blurred now, and you can't see. Like, I accidentally just showed a few things on the computer screen that I didn't mean to. So I just went in and used the blur tool. So you'll just see like a box that's blurry for like a minute over one part. But I would definitely go listen to those because they were enlightening.
I'm going to open the player and I'm going to look and see what was going on with this call. Okay. So
Okay.
what date is the call? The 22nd of February?
Yeah. 2/22/22.
All right. And what time was this one, babe, that we just listened to?
Hold on, let me see. Oh, shoot. I didn't put it on the... Wait, yes, I did. Let me move this. 8:17 a.m.
Okay. There is a call. That's Harley. Hold on. Let me make this bigger so I'm not squinting. There's like no reason for me to be squinting. All right, hang on. And she said last night, right?
Yes.
So that would be, let's see. There's nothing on the, I don't know how she did it.
We should ask Rachel.
Yeah, because I see the call that you just played. There's, I can see both of them, the one at 8:17 and the one at 8:24. 2 minutes before that at 8:15 on 2/22/22, she tried to call Harley.
And you guys, Harley declined a few calls. There was a few calls in there that we didn't get, that were like red, where she dialed out and it said, I don't know, maybe she was working or something like that, but she didn't answer a few times. Caller rejected it is what it said, something like that.
And then there's a call but you have that call. That one is on the 20th. That was with Amy.
Oh, Michelle, that's all right. I would never take offense to that. I fall asleep. I've fallen asleep before when we were listening to calls for a minute. I told Jen, I was like, oh, or wait, we were doing some kind of daybell thing. And I was like,
on my panel asleep. Let me just say it. I'll tell it. I will tell it.
I was like, last thing I remember is this. And then I wake up like 30 minutes later. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
So
there's
sorry.
no, I don't know what she's talking about with her, as far as like just about all of Amy's calls have gone through, and there wasn't anything, but I can see that even the call that Letecia's talking on right now with Amy, that is on the tablet.
How do you know?
Because it lists a MAC address.
Oh, okay. Lil Red, we can see all the calls from each month. So there's several that we can see if we don't get them, if they've been rejected, different things like that. If she messes up, which she started messing up quite a lot. But let me ask you guys, because we're done for the night and about to wrap it up. Are you guys interested in listening to more? And where do we go from here? March 2022, if we were to get more. What do you think, Jen?
Well, I would like to get the calls that go with some of these video visits. Like, I would like to definitely get some of the calls. I'm going to leave it like that. I would like to get some of the calls that go with these video visits.
Yeah. Wait, okay. So is that video visit from September of last year?
2021.
That's what I thought. Do we have that? No, we stopped at June.
Right. I mean, I have them all. We ordered and bought and paid for, some of us more than others.
Oh yeah, I remember.
That we have
all the video visits.
All the video. Yes, we have every single video visit. So I don't know this is why I'm puzzled by what Amy is saying. And we know that towards we also got the calls, if you guys remember, the last calls Letecia ever made, the last calls that,
Yeah.
the last calls that could be released
Yeah.
before her trial. And when we got those calls, you can see, and the reason, there were a lot of calls. There were a lot of calls that were made, and there were a lot of calls that were connected. But what we were told is that Letecia was making calls for other inmates and that we would not be allowed to have those calls.
Yeah.
So whatever it is that she did that Amy was able to see, I can't figure out how she did it.
Me either. Fancy, thank you for gifting a membership. Thank you so much. And then Natasha, I don't know if it's listed there, but I will say this. If you guys are like, I don't know what we're going to do yet as far as the calls go. Like this month we just paid for them, and I like doing it that way. I don't know if we want anybody to help pay for them, just because, like, I don't know. I don't know. We got to think on it, talk about it, sleep on it, ask Rachel what even there is to get, all that kind of stuff. And thank you so much, all of you guys who have offered to help and all of that stuff with the calls. It means a lot. It really does. So thank you guys. I appreciate it more than you know.
Will you highlight Michelle's comment?
Yes.
Please.
About the background. Yes, I did have now, but then yeah, thank you, Natasha. That's super sweet. Well, let's think on let's ask Rachel what there even is, how many, what's in all of that. And then we'll let you guys know, and we'll kind of decide what we're going to do. Where did her comment go? Can you just
find that? Okay, so Michelle says, find that interview Amy did. I've watched it. It will explain so much about Amy and what she saw through video calls in the background. Okay, while I agree with that, she does talk about that, and she can see a lot. But what she cannot see is anything from 2022, because there are no video visits from 2022.
Yep.
We ordered every single video visit that Letecia had in the history of her entire time at the El Paso County jail while she was awaiting trial. We asked, and even after trial, we asked for everything. And we did not get it. So we were told, well, it's not that we didn't get it. We were told that there are no more video visits after this. Now, that we could have access to. That being said, what I think happened is, as it got closer and closer to trial, because if you go back and you look, like I have it pulled up here, as you go back and you look as it gets closer and closer to trial in 2022 and at the beginning of 2023, the witness list comes out, specifically the witness. So one of the notice of endorsed witnesses. Okay. And these are expert witnesses that started in February of 2023. And they have, Dr. Dorothy Lewis on this list, but there were other witness lists that came out ahead of trial that were like regular people witnesses, not experts. Okay. And I think what happened is that made Letecia's ability to call people quite limited. And any video visits that she would have had during probably 22 into 23 would have probably been with her lawyers.
Right.
So we wouldn't be able to get
that's the most puzzling part. That's what we're saying. Like, even if Amy could see and that, like, during video visits or whatever, they told us there were none from this year, 2022. Right. So it's interesting. That means good to see you, Artistry. And hey, by the way, all right, you guys, well, we're going to have to rejoin again tomorrow evening. And I'll share the link. I don't know, whenever Jen wants to do it is when we're going to do it. And
probably about the same time tomorrow. What do you guys think? because I know tomorrow afternoon I want to review the first 4 episodes from Gypsy's new show, but I'm doing that on Patreon, the Patreon thing. So I'm going to do that tomorrow at noon. So y'all be on the lookout for that. And then I don't have anything else. I already did the Sarah Boone thing that happened today. We read that. So I was thinking maybe is 8 tomorrow an okay time for you, Ellie?
Yeah, that works
Okay.
for me.
Okay.
Mayla's mom wants to hear a shut up, Tisha.
Oh, shut up, Tisha.
And then I'll be on sometime tomorrow, not Tisha related, but yeah, I hope to see you guys there and then tomorrow night. And thank you for everything. And if you have any ideas of what you would like to hear or whatever, feel free to leave it down below. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to go check out Jen's video from earlier. Melissa has a video on Amy's interviews if you do want to see what Michelle is talking about. And there was one last thing I was going to say, and now I can't remember. Your channel, check out Melissa's. Check that out. If you missed the calls from last night, definitely check those out as well. And yeah, the last thing I remember. Definitely don't forget to say thank you to the mods here. They are amazing and they make it such an awesome place. And look out for us and drop all the links we need and just make everyone feel so welcomed and loved and all that kind of stuff. And I just appreciate you guys and the chat too. Thank you guys for participating and being part of it and all that stuff. Ooh, True Crime News, Mayla's mom. That's what we can do. That's a good idea. Okay. And I'll gather some things. So that's probably going to be the plan. And yeah, don't forget the new emojis. Big deal. And the not today Satan. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Jen, for being here.
You're welcome, babe.
All right, you guys.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.